In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Happy friggin' Friday. Man, oh man, has it been a week. It has been a week. Children went back to school, their first week of school. They're just loving it. Just loving it. It's been a good time. Got a couple little ones and they're just writing words incorrectly. I found out, maybe I'll tell you about one of my child's writing escapades a little later. If I'm feeling giggly, pretty funny stuff. But we're not going to bust that out in the first minute of the live stream because it's a word that you need to cover your ears for, especially if my mom's in the house. WJK is here. What's going on? Friggin' Bill's here. KCD says America. KCD, thank you for being in here. I think we should start the stream tonight with a little America. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that makes a lot of sense because I haven't told you yet. I saw this thing at the store the other day, and am I a big fan of Evan Williams products? No. Am I a big fan of America? Oh, yeah. So this is, I don't know how much different it will be, but Evan Williams 1783 small batch American Hero Edition. So this is for all my American heroes out there. Military, police, fire, moms, nurses, doctors, friggin' American heroes. This is 2023 annual release. American Hero Edition, American-made, small batch, veteran-selected, release year 2023, Rick House site, Bernheim, warehouses 1E and 1J. This special edition Evan Williams 1783 small batch bourbon has been thoughtfully selected by our 2023 Evan Williams American-made heroes who have dedicated their lives to serving country and community. That's a long sentence, but we got there in the end. Take a look at our 2023 class of American-made heroes below. Chaz, Susan, Mandy, Brian, Laura, and David. David McCracken. I like it. For service to country, for service to community. Abso-friggin-lutely. Heck yeah. Oh, it's a screw top. Come on. America. Just has a little less oomph when it's a screw cap, A little less oomph to it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Let's say hi to more people in chat. Sorry, KCD, distract me with the old America. Tonight we're going to be opening some new bottles. I wanted to taste this. I wanted to taste this. Jack Daniels Bonded Rye. I didn't even know this existed until today. Look at that. It's a Bonded Rye. Got that today. We have a lot of loud noises. A sample of Jack Daniels Twice Barrel Special Release Tennessee Rye Whiskey, their Heritage Barrel Rye. Got a sample of that. I have both Team Dan and Team Sean's samples of the old Charter Project that what some people would consider to be failed miserably in its late development. So I'm going to pick a winner tonight. Which team blended better? Team Dan or Team Sean? We're going to determine that this evening. And, dang it, I have a blind flight, a few of them. You could do, I don't know, dig through a bag, I'll grab one. I'll grab one randomly. It'll either be a flight from WJK or a flight from the likes. Tonight was supposed to be the Matt versus Champions, Matt Madness edition on the whiskeychannel.com's YouTube channel, but like things do, some unforeseen circumstances arose and we have to postpone to a date in the future. Not sure when it's going to be, but wow, backfiring muscle cars. You've got my attention. I'm just totally in the Mustang mood lately, and I want one real bad. Actually went and saw one today. I viewed one at a dealership and immediately left. Friggin' Hunter, little kid salesperson, was like, "You got a trade for me today, or are you going to make me a cash offer?" I was like, "I got $21 in my wallet." So what are we thinking? Where was I? Oh yeah, Matt vs. Champions, postponed to a date in the probably near future, but not necessarily going to stamp a date on it yet. Yeah, but this is family first, always family first, and hells yeah. If you are a fan of David and Kira, whiskeychannel.com, just give them a shout and tell them you love them. Gary Franchi's in the house, Red Hills Bourbon. Mike Laufeld. Cheers, all. Cheers, Mike. My mom is here. Good evening, Mother. I love you so much. Nice to see you. Sparky2416. Love you a little less than my mom, but cheers. Travis Robeson is here. Travis, high five. Nice to meet you, Travis. Jeff Mahar is here. Jeff Mahar rhymes with I want a new Makar. And can't get it off my mind. Can't get you out of my head. That's basically David quality singing. Kyle Taylor, Maddie finally gets to cash in on the easy live stream topic that every other whiskey tuber has already done. What's that? Opening new bottles and doing a blind flight? That is something that we definitely do. But it's not like I mean, this is kind of like my bread and butter. If we're talking about just having a shit show of a live stream and not making any sense, then that's also something I'm cashing in on. Chris Miller, Mischief is here, says, "Hi, Dad." Probably not. Probably not. That would be weird. Kathy Law, Philippe is here. Gary Franchi, feel free to hit that like button. Absolutely. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. Give the stream a little bit of love. Did you guys watch the Bruzzle stream on Monday? That was something, huh? That was something else. 2 people in here. I just kind of like shoved Bruzzle in a corner and was like, here's a bunch of whiskey glasses and wobbly tables. And it's just a good time. It was a good time. That man is larger than life with just energy and voice and presence and love. He's a big teddy bear. He could just be a big, they could make a big stuffed animal of a Bruzzle. I would buy a Bruzzle stuffed animal and I would cuddle it at night. I would pour whiskey on it so it smelled like Bruzzle, and then I'd cuddle it. He would make a good Build-A-Bruzzle. A Build-A-Bruzzle workshop. You press a button and he's like, you press his finger and he's like, "I'm TJ Gamble and this is Bruzzle." And I'd be like, yes, friggin' Bruzzle. Artie Schlammer's here. Joey B, Kathy Law, Emil Oliver, Roman Carter, which sounds like a good name for a contraceptive device. A Roman Carter. Which, I mean, it's just a badass name. This sounds like sex, is what I'm saying. D. Willett is here. By the way, I want to turn on monetization. Can I do that? No, it's too late. As soon as I said something, you know what? I'm never going to do that. Never mind. Turning on monetization, bad news bears. Because then they expect that you're not stupid. And we get there sometimes. Jeff say Gert, can't believe I made it till 8. It's been a long day, but I wouldn't miss a show. Oh, thanks, Chad. Jimmy Copeland. Friggin' man. You made content possible the last few days. I've been making content with the Jimmy Copeland's friggin' niceness with generosity. Just a generous mother bugger. The giant Jimmy Green Copeland. What's up, dude? Barry Texans here says, Slanty, y'all, slancha. Orlando, Dan L, OMG, Matt Porter, live and live in color. That's right, Dan L. I friggin' love you, Dan. This is just a great stream of four-leaf whiskeys here. John Cloud is here. Wombat Annihilator, in case we get any wombats in the stream. He just friggin' wombat dead. Thank you, Annihilator. Mr. Annihilator, we like to call him. Eric Sawyer's here. The Bourbon Jerk. Sounds like a nice guy is in the house. Izzo's place. The Mountain Goat blew my mind. Isn't that good? Isn't the Mountain Goat good? Look at this guy. A lot of people liking this. I told you if you liked cask strength dark bourbon, that this would do good for you. And in the future, I want to put this in a blind flight with other cask strength bourbons just to see how it holds up, just to see how it does. But 136 proof, 6-year-old Colorado distillate, high malted barley, which is typically not my jam, turns out to be my jam sometimes, especially the Boulder stuff. If you see a Boulder cask strength, even if it's not a pick, they didn't do very many picks, but if you see one, grab one, because if you love high proof, dark, chewy bourbon, you'd love it. You'll love it. 1WD, Whiskey King, you doing BK Blending Battle Box? BK Blending Battle Box? No, I'm not going to do that, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to do that, but just keep your eyes and ears open for fun stuff. Mark Emmenecker, I like that Hero bottle. Me too. I haven't tried it yet. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Just chatting it up with the folks. I was expecting it to be extra nutty on the nose right out of the gate. What? Uh-oh. Is my nose broken already? Wow, that smells. I'm getting a lot of like nail polish off of here, like literal fingernail polish. Not the remover, but the polish itself. This smells like a friggin' salon where you walk in and you see all the babes getting their nails did, and you're like, I've walked into the wrong place. But I think I'll stick around for a minute. See if they got any open appointments for a manicure. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Ooh. All right. It's coming alive now. Getting past the gel coat and into. Nope. Still in the nail polish. Now let's go for a taste. Oh, wow. That's drinkable. That's highly drinkable. Really? I think this was like $30. I think of the Evan Williams 1783. It's 90 proof. I think it was like $30. Is that better than the other stuff? It's got to be. Tonight might be an interesting night because I have a lot of drinking planned. And by drinking, I mean tasting, obviously. America. I must be smart with my glass usage. Let's see. I feel like the original 1783 from Evan Williams, also 90 proof, extra aged in white oak. It was extra aged, so you know they aged it extra. I thought that the original 1783 was much nuttier. Yeah. More nutshell, more peanut shells. Yep, for sure. That's weird. Wonder what the heck kind of barrels they used. If you like, this is a bargain bourbon here. I mean, it's probably the same exact stuff. It can't be. Is it the same color? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that Evan Williams 1783 American Hero Edition. I might have to do an actual blind with these, like actually side by side, sit down and think about a blind. That's not happening tonight. We got bigger things. We have bigger fish to fry. And frying fish takes a while. So, but I like this. I do like that. That's good. That's a nice surprise. Darth Walls is in the house. 502 chat. Happy Friday, Matt. I hope you'll still accept me even though I'm sipping on scotch tonight. Get out. I'm just kidding. Also inspired me to buy 2 Barrel King bottles. Cheers. Hells yeah, Darth Walls. Which Barrel Kings did you get? They've all been, all the Barrel King stuff I've tried has been very, 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 very good. Daryl Pessler's in the house. Cheers all. JD Single Barrel Proof Rye is delicious. It is. The Single Barrel Proof Rye is so good. The Twice Barreled Rye we will get into shortly. We'll do the Jack Daniels Bonded Rye first, then the Twice Barreled, then I don't know. Then I got to do the Old Charter head to head. We got some interesting stuff ahead of us this evening. Dennis Creek, what's up, Matt? Sorry I'm late. Just got here from Trev's stream. Cheers, Dennis and friggin' Trev. I dig that dude. He's a good-looking fellow, that Trev. Mischief cracked my Heritage Rye today. I liked it, but probably would love it if I liked rye. That would make sense for sure. Christine Vasco. While that Old Charter is down, the Dan Charter was okay. What? Christine Vasco, by the way. I missed the Vasco's faces pretty hard. I missed them a lot after Pours in the Park. Wow, that Old Charter is down. The Dan Charter was okay. Oh, yeah. So this one came... I've got to trace back steps because the 2 bottles kind of eluded me a little. This bottle came from Klein, which was Team Sean. So the one that Cameron has the other bottle of this. So this one goes here. This is Team Sean. And then this one came from Grease, which is why this whole damn thing didn't finish. And then Grease. Cameron's got that bottle. This came out of that bottle. So this is Team Sean. Team Sean, Team Dan. Yes. Is that right? It's got to be right. Yeah. No. Team Dan, Team Sean. That's right. There's an easy way to do this. Dan. Sean. Boom. There. Right? Is that right? If Klein was on Sean's team, so that's Sean. Grease was on Dan's team, so yep, okay. All right, we're good now. We are good now. Both Dans are here. What's going on, Dan asks. Jackson Willoughby was just a great name. Matt, we got to talk cars at some point. As I always say, nothing like whiskey and cars is the combo, but also Jack 12 greater than Russell's 13. Just shot that video. That bourbon skirmish was shot last night. And spoiler alert, no spoiler alert. Do I disagree with you? That's my poker face. You have no idea. You have no clue. But yeah, we should. I mean, I love cars. I used to be big time into cars, and then I forced myself out of it and stopped thinking about them. And then all it took was one rental of a modern day muscle car or whatever you want to call it. And now all of a sudden I can't stop. It's like, do I go to the hub or do I go look at car videos and cars I can't afford? And then lately it's been cars. So weirdness. Julie L is here. Julester, what's happening? Julie? Cheers all. I stopped by to hit the thumbs up button and prove my dedication to this channel. Some of you are failing. Oh, with a crying face. Well, hopefully you're sticking around a little while, Julie. If not, totally get it. But I love the likes. I love them. I love them so hard. Get yourself a Mustang, Matt. Oh, I definitely want to. Cheech. Definitely would want to. Matter of fact, like I said, I looked at one today. I've been all over if the internet had something to say about me, it's like this guy likes boobs and Mustangs. And by boobs, I mean booze. Bourbon. Sean Marie D is here. Richie Z. Mark Hamenecker says Matt, the champions of champions versus champions. That will happen very soon. Any Pierce Snip? No, Aaron. Solid last name to content reference coagulation there. Pierce. I am so far behind, aren't I? 15 minutes behind? Porter, you idiot. How dare I? How dare I? What on planet Earth? Goodness grief. How did I get that far behind? I'm sorry. I'm catching up. I've got to catch up. I hear kids crying outside. Hopefully they're not mine. Not sure. My goodness gracious. How did I get this far behind? Nick Shelley, new member. Thank you, Nick. Wow, is this just unacceptable how far behind I am? But just like that, I'm catching up so quickly. So quickly as I scroll. Chris Jenkins, member for a month. Cheers, ADHD Matt. Thanks, Chris. Cheers, brother. Bring it in, Chris. I'm scrolling. Oh my goodness. Great. I am so far behind. Chill Filter, 269. Blows a kiss. Right back at you. Yeah, Matt, yes to the question you texted me earlier. Okay, so I did get it right then. I am definitely right. The wedding, I don't know. Depends on whenever we get around to it, you know. You need to pick a venue. That's right. Oh boy. How did I get this far behind? That's terrible. I just thought I could just scroll through chat and read it. The only reason I don't want you to get a Mustang is because most people crash those things. Actually, if we were into statistics, I would probably guess most people don't crash those things. But if I did, it has a 5-star crash rating. So, I mean, yeah. I am very, what's the word? Boy. Responsible. Very responsible. Hey, Ashley Gasser. Ashley, just want to laugh because guess what? I got myself a cornhole. A cornhole set. I bought the game. I've got 2 official boards with bags, and I entered a cornhole league with my wife. So next year, Derica and Ashley Gasser are going down so hard. Just have to figure out how to match up correctly so we can actually do it. Do it hard. It's a cornhole. Winner. A GTD, the new mid-engine Mustang. I think they're like, what, $300 grand or something? Nah, probably not. Cheech, 23 months. Good grief, Cheech. Thank you so much. You are a saint and beautiful. You are a beautiful bugger. That's right, Ashley. You better believe it. I'm going to throw bags until I'm blue in the face and then continue to do it in my sleep. It'll fly in my mouth almost. Would I get an electric car? I feel like there is, if I had to have an electric car, then sure, I would love to get from A to B. You know, I am not, I don't want an electric car. They feel like golf carts. No matter how fast they are, it still feels like a golf cart. Well, I mean, we're going to be in touch. We're going to be in touch with about that. We're going to be in touch. Chris has called me obsessed today. It's fine. And then my oldest daughter, who's not old enough to tell me no, is 7, and she said, "You're not getting one of those. You're not getting one of those." Guess what, kid? You're probably right. But you don't got to say it, you know? Just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Dan, if you have any 2020 to 2023 Mustang GT premiums, hopefully, preferably a 6-speed, I might come to Florida and then get declined. America. This is Jack Daniels Bonded Rye. The label isn't quite on there straight, so you know it's new. They're just putting them on now, you could say. It is uniquely crafted rye grain build, delivers a bold and complex flavor. I will be the judge of that, right? Gonna put it in my old Whiskey Encore glass because Cheech Ardolino is Cheech Arda, not Mino. He's a nice guy, that guy. Closes. A little more. All right. Bonded Rye. The Jack Daniels Bonded Tennessee Whiskey is very good. So this is 100 proof. If you've had their single barrel rye whiskeys, I think they're 94 proof. Those are very good. Bonded Rye, our distinct Tennessee rye opens. I don't want to know about the tasting notes. Stop putting that on there. 100 proof. Yeah, that's that. That is that. Loud noises. By the way, didn't put the link in the description like I planned to, but Woodinville pick, guess what? Still available. And it's good. It's a good pick. It's good. It's good. Go to Bourbon Outfitter, search for Woodyville. Or I should probably find the link and put it in chat, actually. Because they're not likely going to sell out anytime quick. There's like a lot left. It's the first time it's ever happened. Do I feel bad that Ryan bought a barrel and he's sitting on it? A little bit. But then again, I can't cry, but I will. He threatened my life the other day, that Ryan. Bourbon Outfitter, Woodyville? There it is. Found it. Somebody else probably already got there before me. But there's the link to that. Code ADHD saves you 5%. If you're interested. If you're not interested, totally get it. Buy it anyway. Whoa, put user in timeout. Why would I want to do that? That's me. I wouldn't want to put me in timeout. That'd be stupid. No, that'd be really dumb if I put myself in timeout. I am so sure I'm very behind on chat again. It's just the way we roll. I'm just going to go ahead and pin it. Go ahead and pin it. So at least I'm trying, Ryan. I'm trying. We're trying. Let's see. $20 towards the Mustang fund. Hells yeah. That's incredible. I'm gonna keep that away from my children because they want like other things like a stuffed unicorn. It's like, I just bought you a stuffed unicorn. And like, how many do you need? And they're like, I don't know. Go buy a new car, you selfish asshole. Ooh. The bonded rye smells really nice. Sweet and tart at the same time. I've used the thimbleberry note on several occasions, but thimbleberry, because it's like a bright red raspberry-like fruit, but a bit more bitter on the nose. And I don't even know if thimbleberries have a smell, but it reminds me of the taste of a thimbleberry if the taste had a smell. That makes no sense. Wow. But yeah, cooked down fruits. It's amazing how Jack Daniels is like, their overall profile is getting darker and thicker and just tremendous. This might deserve its own review. The palate is a bit forgettable. It's not really doing a lot. But then again, what's it supposed to do? Is it supposed to do a lot? It's a little flat. It's a little flat on the palate. Some brightness up front, like bright. You get that the Kentucky rye notes where it's like, it's almost bourbon-esque, but you can tell that there is like a very high amount of other grain in there, which in this case is rye. This is very sweet. It's sweet like a bourbon, but it tastes like a low rye, because that's what it is. How would I really... Describing it is not easy because it's like, I don't know, the nose is very nice. The palate is just like kind of there, bright, sweet, bit bitter, and then kind of gone. The finish is a little barrel char-like. But I was expecting way more based off of the nose. I don't know. Do I regret buying it? No. No, I don't. But I thought it would be more. The nose had me happy. The palate had me like wondering what happiness is. No, it's a joke. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Kind of wanted to get to this. This is the Heritage Barrel. This is the new release. Their Heritage Barrel Rye Whiskey. I believe it's like aged for 5 or 6 years in a standard cask, and then rebarreled into an extra friggin' toasted Heritage barrel, they call it, for maybe a couple of years, I think. And that color is crazy. That's a crazy color. That's the color of espresso. That's an espresso right there. Look at that. The color of that. Oh boy. Track Hawk versus Self-Sing. I can't afford a Track Hawk. I literally can't afford a Track Hawk. No way. Just found out my best friend from high school has, I texted him yesterday about cars, because we used to be into cars together in high school. And I was like, dude, I'm totally into cars again. And he's like, oh, cool. I have he guess he has a TRX pickup truck, and I was like, I don't even know what that. Oh my god! And I googled it. It's like, holy shit, man! Thanks for making me super jealous. You know. Someone's laughing at Dan L. What did Dan L say? We will get you approved on whatever you want. You have my super chat history as your proof of income. That's funny. And I'm holding you to it. He says LOL JK, but that does not count. Get mad declined. I'm a big Julie, I don't think he has any say. I don't think he has any say in my credito. I drove by a place in Chicago one day and it said no credito, no problemo. And that's what I expect when I pull into a Dan-like Ford dealership. No credito, no problemo. No, it's fine. My credito is getting much better. Still not great, you know what I mean? Tom, Hertz has deals on used Shelby special editions. Guessing it's not. I don't know if I'd want to buy a rental Shelby. What are we drinking, Matt? This is the Heritage Barrel Rye from Jack Daniels. Letting it sit in the glass a minute, letting it do what it's going to do, think about its life before it becomes part of me, you know, because it's about to. Its molecules and my molecules are about to mix. And no matter how good it is, it's about to get ruined. What was the last pour? The last pour was Jack Daniels Bonded Rye Whiskey. Right there. This one. I didn't even know it existed until I saw it on a shelf today. And I said, beer me one of those Jack Bondeds, the Ryes. Hard to beat a Camry. Yeah, Nick, my wife drives a Camry. She's got, yeah. Chris, I have a Ram TRX. It's a laugh riot. It whines like all the other Hellcats. I can't imagine going that fast in a big pickup truck. That must be just a very weird feeling. No credito, 30% interest. So, yeah, that would not be a great number. That would not be a great number. Andrew Buchanan, what's up, Andrew? Been a minute since I got alive. What's up, dude? Nice to see you. And then Tony Bag of Donuts. Mr. Tony Bag of D's in the house. Wow. This smells automatically, reminds me of the 13th Colony Double Oak. That's what this smells like immediately. Wow. That, I don't know, based off my history of toasted whiskey, if I'm going to like this or not. What's up, Matt, you wonderful son of a bugger? I'm pouring Woodyville now. It sounds like I'm going to need a backup if y'all aren't going to start buying this. Tony, you've done your part. You've done your part. Thank you. Last hour in a car from 12-hour ride from Kentucky. Sheesh. I don't like 12-hour days in the car. They're rough. They're rough. What's a Canyonero? Is that like a Camaro mixed with something else? The confidence in the corners, I bet. Geez, that's just like a big truck to go that quickly. Honda del Sol. So I haven't been into cars in a long time, but did they ever like remake the S2000? Because that was a pretty sweet little ride. I know that they just redid the Supra, but is there a new version of the S2000? The Del Sol is pretty badass though for a little tiny thing. Yeah, this is extremely double barreled and toasted barreled. which I'm not super high on, which it doesn't say anything about the whiskey. It just says about my preference. I do not love the double toastiness that some whiskeys get. And this is very much that, which makes me wonder if I tried like the 2020 release, the Heritage Barrel, or was it 2019? The Heritage Jack Daniels before the Coy Hill, it was like the blue label. I wonder if I would like that now, since my palate has gone so against toasted barreling. I wonder if I would like that toasted barrel release or that Heritage Barrel release. This is like the very definition of extract. If you took a toasted bourbon or toasted rye and you just extracted all the flavors of it, this is like a Coy Hill version of toasted whiskey. It's just super potent. I think Dan and Julie would probably pour this all over each other and party. Just be like, this is so good, because they love toasted whiskey. They love it. This would be right up Dan's alley. It's a toasty bugger. If I buy a Mustang, I'm going to pour a bottle over my head. Not in the Mustang. But I did when I rented one. The one that I rented, I got in there. I was like at the airport all day or whatever. Not even all day. That's an exaggeration. It took me longer than I hoped to get from Marquette, Michigan to Detroit, Michigan via airplane. But when I got there, I took a Ghost Energy Swedish fish. Dan L. Thank you for the recommendation on the Swedish fish version of the Ghost. It's the best. Pulled it out of my luggage, got into the vehicle with it, started driving through the parking garage. And this, for again, I was like, this thing is the best. This car is amazing. And then I opened the Ghost in the cup holder. Actually, I took it out of the cup holder and opened it here. And it turns out when you have a drink in luggage on an airplane and then you get it, it spilled everywhere. Like, I mean, a half a can just, I was like, this isn't my car. And now it looks like I peed my pants. And I didn't. A Ghost did it, you know? Sour Patch Kid Blue, pretty decent. It's all right. We're doing that now, just missing the whiskey. Partying? Heck yeah. I like that. I like the sound of that. All right, let's go in for a sip. Toasted, Jack Daniels twice barreled special release Tennessee Rye Whiskey, Heritage Barrel Rye, 100 proof. Down the hatch. Yeah. Man, do I want to like that a lot. I wanted to like that so much. I can't. Again, there are people out there who will go head over heels for that. I'm in the minority here. I'm wrong when it comes to people. Like, the majority of people are going to love this. But for some reason, there's just that lacquer or that varnish, lumberyard, heavy varnish. Like, we're putting just layers on this son of a bitch. This reminds me of that a lot. It's kind of like I would drink stain. Like, we're staining the things that go around doors and baseboards. We're just staining those all day, and then you get thirsty and you just lick the brush. That's what that tastes like. Which, again, I just have an issue with it. It's my bad. It's my fault. Wow. Very dark. It's like molassesy, thick, woody syrup. Like if you poured a sugary syrup in just like a newly varnished bowl of wood chips, and you just, that's what this is like. Man. It's like whiskey soup, though. It's very thick. It ramps up too pretty hard. It goes from like subtle and then spikes up with those flavors. If you're into the toasted barrel, if you love that stuff, this is gonna be your jam for sure. For sure. By the way, live stream is brought to us, as always, by the finest cigars and literally the only cigars that matter on the planet, Alec Bradley Cigars. If you are into cigars, then you should be smoking Alec Bradley. If you are into cars, like me, obviously, look at me, I'm a car guy. You smoke Alec Bradley's. Probably not in your brand new car, but if you do, then that means you really love them. And I don't blame you, because how can you resist a delicious Alec Bradley cigar, even if you're in just the finest of automobiles? Roll down the window and just give it a flick, like the hot blonde in the movies that Chevy Chase is always chasing with the music. Then he does something stupid, like falls off a roof or loses all of his family's money in Las Vegas. That Chevy Chase. Clark. It needs air. It probably does need some air, but sometimes I've seen both happen. I've seen the intensity of the toasted oak diminish, which is what I would cross my fingers for. And I've also seen it come alive more, which I would hope did not happen in this case. Personally, my personal, a lot of tannins, probably needs air. It's very oaky, yeah. I'm just so bad at chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what? Where did the glass go? This is the Heritage Barrel. This is the Bonded. Let's see if it makes it more tolerable to my palate. If you mix a little Bonded in with it. Well, it's certainly less aggressive on the nose. Much different, but definitely still not great when you mix them together. Jack Daniels, by the way, love Jack Daniels. Love what they're doing. Their Tennessee whiskey stuff, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But you can't like every single thing that somebody does. Unless, of course, you're the Like family. And they, apparently, I haven't screwed up anything yet from what they've said. Oh, actually, that's wrong. Dan says I haven't screwed up anything. Julie dislikes half of my picks. So it's a bummer. She still buys them, though, which is pretty badass. Love you guys. But Jack Daniels stuff, super awesome. Can't love every single release. Can't love them all. My mom is yelling at everybody. Did you hit that like button yet? Come on. Hit it. Charles Alford, thank you for being you on here. Hashtag best whiskey tuber. Oh, thanks, Charles. I dig that about you, that you like me so much. Oh boy. I don't know how to. Compliments to me are hard. DC is in the house, dude. What's up, brother? Friggin'. I need to call DC one of these days and just chit chat. We can talk about, I don't know, whatever we want. We have lots of common interests. And we could just chat it up all day. The new Caddy CTS may be straight up your alley. Okay, another thing, Kooky Cats, which is Another thing, Kooky Cats, I was also, and this makes, well, nothing makes sense when we're talking about driving in Colorado winters with these things, but I know like a WRX or something would be more practical and smarter. Clark did blow 28 grand. Here go, Clark. Win our money back. But thanks to, oh boy, shoot, don't screw this up, Matt. I referenced it properly the other day. Papa Giorgio. Thanks to Mr. Papa Giorgio, the Griswold family drove home in 4 brand new cars because he couldn't stop winning them. That is their son, right? But anyway, I was also looking at scat packs, like the Charger scat packs, which, I don't know. They're just 2 4-doors. They're two 4-door. And I feel like I don't want to have a car that I feel like I am being sacrificed. I don't want to I want a car that I'm like, okay, this is totally selfish in mine. 2 doors, tiny backseat. Bruzzle! High five, Bruzzle. What's up, dude? Look at. Remember when you almost tipped over this thing? Remember when you were here? Remember, Bruzzle, when you were here? I miss that about you. Miss that about you. Oh, shiza. Is my mic still working? I just put the corner of my stool down on my microphone thing. Well, you're great at chat, Maddie. It's a lot of your people. Dude, I'm terrible at chat. It's very, very bad. Is my mic still working? Found my first Eagle Rare and it was $38 score. Heck yeah, that's a good deal. $38, not bad at all. What's your thoughts on oak versus char? Well, I mean, the char is good. I like char on the finish of whiskey. Char adds a nice, I hate to say a dirty flavor, but it adds like that barrel influence that is an additional like oomph to the oak. Like you can have charry whiskey without oaky whiskey. You can have oaky whiskey without charry whiskey, but when you like mingle them together in the best of ways, that's when it's great. Oak isn't exactly the same. It's not like a lineal thing. It's not like oak is the same for every whiskey. It's like there are different variations of oak. There's young oak. There's toasted oak. There's different char levels of oak. You know, like aged for a standard length of time. My wife just texted me, want food. Yeah, babe. Of course I want food, but I'm live streaming. And you know what? Yes, please. Get me whatever from wherever. Thank you. Smoochy face. 2 smoochy faces. Yeah, 2 is better than 1. No idea where she's at. Sometimes she's very vague. And I love that about her. We could write a song. She's so vague. She thinks I know what food she's getting. I would love food though, babe, if you're watching. Just, you know me. Whatever sounds good to me. Oak. Yeah, oak is good. I like older oak stuff more than I like an older oaky profile rather than a younger toasty oaky profile. Green oak, bad. Old, like satin oak for a long time oak, good. As long as it's not like in a super hot climate like Texas, then oak, different. There's so many different variations of that wood. Would you know? Nate Thompson, $10 super chat. Thank you, Nate. Bruzzle, cheers all on a mobile. Hard to tag, folks. Yeah, that's a bummer on the mobile. You think that they would fix that? You know? You think they would fix the old mobile tagging system? Nick Foles, ever talked to iWhiskey She Wines? I haven't in a while, but I'm friends with them on the old Spacebooks, and I see pictures, and those two look amazing. Like, real good. Oh, Josh and Aaron in the house, Stuff and Whiskey. I love you guys. You two are amazing. If you're not watching iWhiskey She Wines, then you should definitely do that, but not right now. Right now, they suck. They're the worst right now. You should only be watching me at the moment. But after this is over, go subscribe to them or subscribe to them and come back. But don't watch anything they do. It would just pale in comparison. That's a joke. They are much better at what they do than what I do. I wish I was good at this. I think people watch because it's kind of like, what's this guy going to stumble over next kind of thing. That's how I feel. That's so not true. Just the apple brandy wasn't my favorite. I know, Julie. I'm just giving you the old SHIT. You know that. Wow, I'm 7 minutes behind already? How is that possible? Mark Boyer, Maddie, hope you are well. I am doing great. I'm doing so good. I'm going to do the old charter battle next. I want to find out whose blend was better, Team Sean or Team Dan. And we'll get into the history of that in case you don't know. Little water, then that. And then we're going to do a blind flight. A blind flight from a bag of blind flights. I'll grab one. Matter of fact, I'll grab it right now so we know what it is. Oh boy, this one's going to be interesting. This is one from Dan and Julie. Ah, shoot. This is gonna be a fun one, but also gonna make me look extra dumb, which is always good. This is called Pick the Pick Porter Didn't Pick. So I'm guessing that some of these are my picks and one of them is not. There's 4 samples in there. I'm going to try to figure out what these are, proof, stuff like that, and then play their silly little game that they always have. That'll be fun. But first, I need to pour these old charters and tell the old charter story. Two streak. No. Today's my free day, my cheat day, by the way, for the whole me trying to not be as fat thing. So I'm going to take her up on her offer of getting me food. Sorry for the, I know it's, wow. But I would be so bad in those movies, the horror movies. Where it's like they're running away and they've got to unlock a door with a key and they're fiddling for the key and they're trying to get it and they can't do it. And then you're like, just put the key in the hole, turn it. It's easy. You do it all the time. I'd be bad at that because apparently when I'm live streaming, I can't even text words right. It was just a whole mess. Going to do some Bay City, Midland, Saginaw bottle hunting tomorrow since I'm over here this weekend. Suggestions? Opperman's Cork and Ale. There's one in Midland and one in Saginaw. I would say that those should be 2 stops for sure. Other than that, I'm not the one to ask. Those are the only 2 stores I've been in that area. I wish that I could give you, yes, Nick Papa Giorgio. I wish I could give you better advice, but those are 2 stores for sure to stop in. Sean Opperman, he is, I believe, the owner now of the one in Midland. Sean Opperman is part of the fam, and he usually has great whiskey, has a great selection, great store picks, and Opperman's Cork and Ale for sure. Definitely go there. Where's my other? Are any? There it is. I have 2 Jeremy Sires, or as Dan Shook calls him, Jeremy Sears. Whiskey glasses. I should get my own whiskey glasses, by the way. That should be a thing because they give the best SJs. I have 2 of these, and I'm going to label them and then pour the old charters into them. But first, I must click and label. I'm not going to get too, what's the word? Funny businessy here. So I'm just going to put D for Dan and S for shithead. I mean, Sean. Boom, roasted. That's a joke. I love Sean. He knows it. We give each other hugs when we see each other. And it's hard to let go sometimes because I want to strangle him to death. Also a joke. S and D. This one, Old Charter, is Dan's. America. That was probably way too much. Yeah. And then S for Sean. Ah, I put that on there. Good. Yeah, got him right. In spring 2021, I blended a big batch. Oh my gosh, son of a shit. Yeah. You know what? I am so happy I have this. I have to do a giveaway at some point, or hold, I'll be right back. I got to show you guys something. I know I'm behind in chat, but I need to show you something. I'll be right back. Get off of there. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? That was my chair. The year was 2021. It was the spring season. I reached out to so many whiskey tubers, and I was like, hey, we're going to do Beagle Rare again. If you don't know what Beagle Rare is, it's just a community blend. Starts with a blend, and then everybody sips it, reviews it, and adds some whiskey to that blend and sends it to the next person. But this one, the second collaboration blend, was going to be a competition. Team Dan versus Team Sean, because I wanted to include more people in the blend. They picked teams, like draft style, and then I blended a big blend. So they both started with a bottle of Old Charter bottled in barn. This was spring 2021. YouTube collaboration, Edward H. Trailer. It's part of the Beagle Rare Old Charter story. They both got a bottle of this with the same exact blend in it. The same exact blend. Then they went from there. They started it. They started the blend. They sent it to their teams, and then their teams shot a video of them reviewing it and then adding whiskey to it and then sending it to the next team and the next team. Well, I mean, the next person in the team, the next person. So 2 bottles going 2 separate directions. In theory, the final part of this entire thing was we were going to have a tasting panel at the end, determine which team was the winning team, who blended the best blend. We had, I believe, Fred Minnick and Jackie Zeichen agree to it at one point to be judges for it. But things got held up in the great state of Tennessee, and this bottle sat in Tennessee for almost 2 years. And by almost 2 years, it's probably been 2 years, because this is now almost fall 2023. So the project got halted until Pours in the Park. Both bottles showed up there. One of them got killed right away, which was Sean's blend. And then Dan's blend showed up later, and just like, project's over. But it's not over, because I'm going to determine a winner tonight, which one is the best. And also, in the future, we have, there's an ounce of each of the final blends here, for sure. And in spring 2021, I kept a 750 milliliter bottle of the original blend. This is the original blend. This is what was sent to both teams. So I'm not sure how this will happen or which way. There's dust on it. That's crazy. So this is the original blend, and then these 2 pours. I wish I could compare this to those. That would be fun, but I'm not opening this. This will go to someone in the future for, we'll do a charity stream or something where somebody will win this and those 2 samples. I don't know. But I forgot about this, that it's actually the original blend. I don't know what got put into these either. I have no idea what got put into them. Am I still in Colorado? Yes, I am in Colorado still. $300,000 Mustang is the GTD. It's a mid-engine, 800 plus horsepower, 50-50 weight distribution, basically supercar. Oh yeah, that's what One Wanderer just talking about. Wow. Boy, am I glad I've totally forgot that I asked about the microphone. That would have been awkward if I just talked for the last 15 minutes without it. All right, I gotta scroll to the bottom. I'm so far. When is the William Leroy Weller 1 ounce Wednesday video coming out? We need it. I'll edit it soon. It's one of those embarrassing ones, but it'll get edited. John K, I'm serious. Come down to Albuquerque and drive my Hellcat Challenger, and you'll forget the Mustang. I can't. No, there's no, that's not a possibility for me. Your Hellcat Challenger might as well be a SpaceX rocket, because financially it ain't going to happen. I'm pretty much dreaming as it is. I got 3 extra bedrooms too, or I'll take a day trip to Durango and meet you there. Listen, John K, I'm driving the Challenger, or the friggin', it is a Challenger? Okay. I thought it was a Charger effort. I'll drive the Hellcat Challenger. I would love that. That would be so much fun. Shout out to Chris Jenkins for gifting 10 ADHD memberships. Dude, Chris Jenkins, thank you. I did not see that because it doesn't show on StreamYard when that happens. Thank you so much. That's friggin' cool of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Trumpet, open up the Woodyville. Let me know. Hopefully you enjoy it a lot. Wise Guy Whiskey Stew is here. What's up, dude? Kooky Cat's almost home. Julie L, it was the only way to help get rid of some of your picks I don't like, you know. What's that? Dumping them? Did you dump them? How's that Disco 3 compared to newer release? Discovery 3 is like 1, 2, 3, and 4 are outliers. I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are they're just different. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are like just phenomenal blends. Yes, I get the same thing on the Architect, the toasted barrel. No, some of them are less aggressive. Some of them are very aggressive. Nate, been a follower Patreon of your channel for a bit now. Best channel out there. Thank you, Nate. I'm currently stationed in Missouri. The MI crooked letter. Gotta know your favorite whiskey king. 1, 2, or 3. I have to wait until I get my bottles of 2 and 3. Then I'll blind them. I'll do a blind. I don't know. Honestly, don't have any idea right now, because the bottles I have of 2 and 3 are like pre-production models, you could say. I have the pre-finished versions of them, the ones that I put together. So I'd have to blind them when I get them, but I will, and I'll let you know. Hopefully it's 2 or 3, because I love 1 a lot. So if 2 and 3 are better, then that's a total win. If they're close, it's a total win. As long as they're close to 1, it's a total win. But I think that they might be better. We'll see. Who knows? John White, cheers, just stopped by on my 65th birthday to say hi. Happy birthday, John White. Your hat and beard make me smile. Big smiles. I love the whole, that right there. Happy birthday, John. Hopefully you had an awesome day. And if you haven't, hopefully it starts right now. Any scotches I like? Yeah, I don't have very many bottles of scotch because, oh geez, I just couldn't see the other whiskey glass. I do enjoy scotch, but it's not something that I enjoy all the time. I should get more into it. I should drink more scotch, but it's one of those expensive things that I don't necessarily want to get too deep into. Julie, like, wheel of confusion. That seemed pretty fast. Which one is which? Who knows? But where are they at? Got them both. Oh, breaking stuff. All right. It always gets my heart rate up when I'm spinning whiskeys with my eyes closed on a board like that. Giving this one an SJ. Giving Jeremy Sayers glass 1 an SJ. Is it Team Dan or Team Sean? Who knows? But we're about to find out. Anybody want to place bets? Who's got bets on? I wish I knew who's on each team as well, but I can't remember. Dramhound, you bugger. Dramhound actually brought the, so this is like 2020, I think, did a live stream charity fundraiser at the end of the original collaboration blend, which was called Beagle Rare. And Dramhound won the auction, and he won a 200 milliliter bottle of the final blend because everybody who was a part of the Beagle Rare project got a sample of it at the end. So we were all able to taste it together. So he brought the bottle he won and the sample of the original blend to Pours in the Park and shared it with me and a lot of other people. Somehow he stretched it thin and just friggin' so cool of him. Dramhound, you're the best, dude. I friggin' love you. Frank Casano joined late, but I'm here. Cheers, all. Cheers, Frank. Thank you for the super chat. That's super, super nice of you. It was not you. It was not Stuff and Whiskey. It was not. Tom Varghese. I miss Pours in the Park. Angry, pissed off face. I don't want to next ADHD Whiskey meetup because you're awesome. Please keep us posted. Contributing, Matt Mustang Fun. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. That's super cool. Will I ever do a meetup of my own? I would hope so, but I just can't put it together. I need so much help with that. I need so much help. Oh, Whiskey Central's here. I didn't see her. Oh, I saw Julie saying hi to her. Sup, Shayla? There she is. The Shay. Friggin' Shayla. Miss your face. Miss your curly hair. Stu, wise guy, Matt snotted a speedball. Now he's famous. What does that even mean? I don't know why I read some things. I just read them. Then I read them and I go, why would I read that? And why? What? Snotted one. Like a snot rocket? Oh, you mean snorted? No, I didn't do that either. I don't think that would go well for me. Probably suffer a cardiac thing. I'd probably also get very addicted to it, which would be bad. Stuff and whiskey. Imagine driving a Hellcat Challenger in a city called Durango. That would be interesting, right? Anyway, driving it anywhere would be pretty freaking cool. I don't care what the city's called. It could be called shitty, you know? See. Oh, thanks, Trumpet Ninja. Good on the Woodyville, oily, not too ethanol forward on the palate, and long-lasting happiness of flavors. Good. I like hearing that. Hey, Thrasher's here. What's up, Thrasher? Thrasher's always at dinner. I would like to know where Thrasher is eating at all the time. Where'd you eat at, Thrasher? Velociraptor? Isn't a Velociraptor a vehicle as well? I think it is. 2019? Was that 2019? No way. Oh, maybe that's when it started. Yeah, that's definitely when it started. Wow, how do I get so far behind all the time? It's amazing how poorly I do at this. All right, glass number one. Ooh, a bit nutty. Glass one is a bit nutty. A bit nutty with some pepper. Black pepper and nuts. This smells like Heaven Hill distillate or Jim Beam distillate. Kind of heavy. Makes me wonder what the original blend smells like. I know that there was a lot of Barton and MGP in the original blend. Yeah, it's a very familiar profile. If you said this was Heaven Hill, I would not bat an eye. I would just go, that makes sense. All right, let's go for a sip of glass one. Ooh. Wow, that is much better on the palate than on the nose. That is like, it's weird because the finish, the nuttiness is coming through on the finish, but the original, like the first part of the front of the palate, the mid palate is like dark cooked down fruits, and then like a bit of what I like to call like a cast iron skillet that you just like left on the stove. It's like if they're cooked in the cast iron. That is very nice. Almost a little savory too on the finish. It's like a savory nut. I said it. Second sip. That is, first sip I thought it was very high proof. Second sip seems to be tamed down a little bit. It's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. That reminds me of a very, very good Booker's batch. If someone said that's the best Booker's there is, I would say that makes sense. That tastes like an extremely good Booker's. I like it. I would say that's a success. I don't know what the original blend tastes like again, but that's a win. That's definitely a win in the end. Thanks, Keith. I am a savory nut. I am. I saw an apprentice batch as well. I was hoping it was a Charlie's batch so I could have to like contemplate a backup, but it wasn't, which was kind of a good thing. But I am going to have to get a Charlie's batch backup soon for the, the child. When she grows up, we can share Charlie's batch together. But I didn't want to buy one today. Was not in the mood to purchase Booker's today. Okay, glass 2. That's different. Sweet. Sticky sweet. It's funny how wildly different these blends went. Glass 1 went in like a almost traditional bourbon direction. Glass 2 is like a Werther's original if you made that extreme, like it's Werther's original like, but an intense sweet form of one. Wow, that smells very good. Caramel, Werther's original, nougat. It smells like a Three Musketeers bar if Three Musketeers had caramel in it. Is Werther's original butterscotch? It's not, right? Because if butterscotch is Werther's original, then that's wrong. It's more of like a creamy caramel. All right, down the hatch, glass 2. Glass 2 is seemingly lighter on the palate. It's not quite as, it doesn't ramp up as much. It's much more of like a straight line as far as just the route that the taste is taking. It's not like dodging and ducking and weaving and ramping up and slowing down and stuff. But the path that it's taking, the smooth, direct path, is a very nice one. Very oily, very sticky. Back to glass 1. We have to determine a winner correctly. This is going to be weird. This is going to be a weird decision made by me. But it'll be interesting to have a panel of judges like we thought we were going to have, because I think that there'd be a good debate about this. If these were the actual final blends, there'd be a very nice debate about what you prefer. Do you prefer A or do you prefer B? Because they went in two totally different directions. And initially, if somebody described these to me, I think I would say I prefer path B. The sweeter, much more like oily, straight shot of just good sipping whiskey versus a bit more ramped up, nutty version. But tonight, as I'm tasting them next to each other, the nutty, ramped up version is kind of like doing it for me. It's kind of doing it good. There's something weird stuff in there. There's almost... So the more I sip glass one, the more, not complex, but different. I guess complex is the word. It's showing me different things every time I sip it. It's like, oh, you didn't see this. You didn't see that. I was like, what was that? I didn't know. What was that? And it's like, nothing. I didn't do nothing. Like, I thought I saw something there. It's like, no, didn't do it. And you're like, well, I'm going to watch the replay. I think you did. Class 2 seems to be not playing any games. Just kind of showing all of its cards all at once. And they are good cards. They're sweet, lovable cards. But tonight I'm in for the surprise. Glass number 1 is the winner. Glass number 2 in second place, obviously. So if these were the final 2 blends of Old Charter, bottled in Barn 2021 Spring YouTube collaboration, the winner would go to Team Sean. Team Sean would be the winner in this bourbon skirmish of YouTube collaboration. Initially, Dan did put some honey, Garrison Brothers honey cask stuff in his blend, which makes sense now that I tasted them. I didn't know for sure if that was going to be the case because based off the nose of glass 2, I thought that could be the case, but after tasting it, I wasn't sure. I didn't know how much of that flavor profile would get worked out after more and more people tasted it and put new stuff into it. It's still present. The honey stuff is still there. Honeydew or whatever it is. Team Sean is nuttier, a bit funkier, and a seemingly higher proof, but I did prefer it over Dan's honey experiment tonight. Anyway, so congrats, Team Sean. Love you like a brother. Who we fight like cats and dogs, but that's just a joke because we're all team us. We all love each other. Congrats, Team Sean. You are the winners this evening. Let's see. What time are we? 31. Trying to get down here. Thanks, Dramhound, for posting links. Super friggin' cool. Whiskey Uncensored Ben, what's up, dude? Friggin' Ben. Sorry about your bag I pulled off your finger at Pours in the Park. It's because I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't mess with you. Different Sticky Sweet sounds like Dan. Stuff and Whiskey nailed it. Any idea when the Whiskey King stuff is shipping out? August. It will be out in August. Yeah, that was... They have to sticker and then send to the distributor, and then the distributor ships them out. So Keith Link, the Whiskey King stuff, like they said, would be out this month. It's just hard to hard for me to say exactly when. Oh, wife and kids are home. Expect noise. Expect noise coming in. Barrel King will be delivered by the end of the month. Oh, thank you. Only one rhino. Appreciate it. Stuff Whiskey, we just had the Werther's Original debate last night. There's a caramel version and there's a butter and cream butterscotch version. Okay, so the caramel version is what I'm talking about. Thrasher, Maddie came come out with me one Friday night for dinner. Join the Friday Night Supper Club. 25 years? Sushi. I love sushi, except for the stuff that's not good. I would love to do that. I love going out for dinner. Yep, Dan put Harrison Gunny-Doo in it. That's where I'm at right now. Oh, my fans just turned on my computer because it's getting hot in here. It's getting super hot in here. The Cannon, Andrew Buchanan, I thought Dan put his smoky scotch in his. No, it was Garrison Honeydew. Barry Texan, baby arm. Like this. Fifth quarter tailgates in the house. What's happening? Eel, not good. No. Eel, not good. for sure. Soggy Steve is here. I like Soggy Steve's name. It reminds me of just sogginess. All right, putting these glasses somewhere, getting rid of them. Where should I put them? I must have just threw them on the floor, but that would have been a bad idea. Used glasses, you go there. You go there. Old Charter, Team Sean is the winner, and I stand by that. Unless somebody can talk me out of it, which you can't, because you can't. These will get saved to go with this. So those are going to go together at some point to someone who is either lucky or unlucky, depending on the way you look at stuff. Eel, icky. Eel, no. Shrimp tempura. Yeah, very good. Tuna, pretty good. You know, I'm pretty like basic bourbon bitch. I'm talking like shrimp tempura roll, Philadelphia roll, that kind of guy, you know? I'm not like super newbie like California roll, although I would never turn one down. But yeah, this kid better not have an attitude. She got in trouble earlier for her attitude, and she better not have come home with one, because trouble's a knocking. Oh, maybe she's just being really sweet. I can't tell. Anywho, blind flight time. This one is called Pick the Pick Porter Didn't Pick. So let's do this. All I have to do to complete this is open this and read the rules. It will get loud for a moment while I rattle some plastic. So mute. Or just hang in there. Sorry, in my brain I went to Mustang Town again, just thinking of friggin'. So the 99 to 04 body style Mustang was like phenomenal. I loved it. And then 05 to like, shoot. Was it 2014 when they went to the next body style? Not a fan. But the S550s, like I think 2016 to 2023, love them. Absolutely love it. In case y'all cared. If not, then I just wasted a little bit of time while I unwrapped that. Pick the Pick Porter Didn't Pick. That's the game. All 4 samples are barrel picks. One isn't an ADHD pick. Find it. For extra fun, name your picks too. All right, well, if I get one, I'll be happy. If I can get one, we will see. I should definitely label these glasses though, so I don't get extra confused. Oh boy. Come on. I just had, oh, there it is. Nice. We're good. We'll do the old A, B, C, and D. Then we'll pour the pours into their respective glasses, asses, and continue. Oh, I just ripped through that plastic like a He-Man. A goes into A. Nailed it. B goes into B. Nailed it. C goes into C and D into D. My kids are just all full of energy. That's the worst. That's the worst when it's time for them to relax and they're just like, la, 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 la. Chill out, man. Chill out, man. And by man, I mean girls. All right. A, B, C, and D are poured. Let's see, which barrel picks have I done? I did a NASA Family Reserve American whiskey blend. A Nulu straight bourbon whiskey. This is, okay, never mind. I'm not going to go through them all because I'll forget a lot. Did a Nulu rye, a rare character rye, 2 Nulu apple brandy barrels, 2 Knob Creeks, a double oaked Nulu, a Jack Daniels, boy, a Boulder, a Woodinville, a Barrel Craft Spirits, three Whiskey Kings, but there's only one of those that could be in this, which is from Barrel King. And more. There's more than that, too. Who knows? Just listening to my children fight with their mother outside. No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. Well, guess what? I'm going to sit here and smell and drink whiskey. So do it. All right, glass A. Let's find out. That's not mine. That's a joke. Hey, don't make fun of Ford stuff. Jeez Louise. I'm pretty sure that Ford reliability has gotten much better over the years. Pretty sure. But anyway, I went to the dealership today, and Hunter at the dealership, I looked at a 2021 used with like 20,000 miles on it, which I don't want. If I'm going to do something, I mean, if it were flawless, then sure, but it's like it was a used rental car and there's like rock chips and scuffs and scratches all over it. But Hunter, the new car salesperson, was like, it's a pretty sweet ride. And I was like, well, he said it was a sweet ride, so therefore I should probably grab it. But he says, oh yeah, I told you already. You're going to trade in or you're going to make me a cash offer today? I was like, hello, my name is Matt. What's your name? He really tried to close the deal upon first looking at that Mustang, huh? Going to trade in or give me a cash offer today. Wow. They teach salespeople to be aggressive these days. I haven't been to a car dealership in a while, but Glass A could be a barrel pick, a barrel craft spirits pick. It's very cinnamony. Kind of what that reminds me of. Could it be a Knob Creek pick? Possibly. If I put it down the hatch and it's extra nutty. I'm going to just go on the noses first. And then to the palate. Remember this. Glass A, possibly my barrel craft spirits pick. Possibly. Or, hear me out, those barrel craft spirits picks were supposedly from, some of them, a distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky that will go unnamed, but are very popular for their cinnamon profile. And I get that mixed up with rye sometimes. This could be my Nulu rye also, because if I'm in that direction of like confusing that for a rye. But I don't necessarily think so. Interesting. Let's go to B. This is a tricky game, but I likes the cut of your jib or whatever they say. Shit. B could also be that. B is significantly darker than A. They may, wonder if they put both of mine and the Junkies barrel picks in there. Shoot. Crap. I don't know. Let's go to C. Come on, C. C. Crap. This is going to be a hard game. Let's just taste them. Let's go to A first. That's very good. If A is my pick, then I'm happy with that. That is oily. It is sweet. I would be very happy with that. That is very good. That is very, very good. Huh. Who knows? Let's go to B. B is more powerful. I like B a lot too. Dang. B could be a Knob Creek if the Knob Creek were less nutty than normal. Huh. Well, one of those is my pick because apparently only one of them is not. So I'm happy with those no matter what. I'm very happy. I already opened a water. Got it here. Parenthood. That's right. Tom says, I've been really lucky this year with Jack Daniels releases, but no with anything else. Dude, so a couple years ago, the Jack Daniels releases were everywhere here. Like they just were here and I could buy a bunch. The Coy Hills, not the small batch, but the Coy Hills single barrels, the Jack Daniels 10 years, the first one, they were just here. And then apparently distributors got switched or something in Colorado and no more fun with Jack Daniels on the western side of the state, which sucks bottom. You know, not in a good way either, in a bad way. Enjoy the over energy from the kids. Then they become teenagers and don't want to do anything with you. Stay in their room 24/7, says Jason. Yeah, I always I'm cherishing them as children because I know that it's going to be gone one day and I'm just going to miss it so much. Man. I bet Julie says, I haven't been to a car dealership to buy a car in 30 years. That's because the last car you bought 30 years ago, you met your husband. I know the story. It's like a modern day love story. Jake Trevor. What's up, Jake? Whiskey Written on YouTube and on Instagram, but I prefer to watch them on YouTube. By the way, Jake, just saying this. I thought about this, and then maybe I mentioned it when you were on Matt Madness. I can't remember. But seeing you and Savannah on Instagram, or Savannah and Use, depending on which way you're supposed to say it, and then watching you on YouTube, I got to thinking, if you only watched people on Instagram and their faces were flipped and they had backwards face all the time, and then you met them in real life, you'd be like, they kind of look like them, but backwards them, even though backwards them is actually them. Instagram makes them backwards them. Instagram needs to get their SHIT together and not flip images. Because I'm just thinking, how many people would you meet in real life and go, wow, they look familiar, but completely weird? Because Instagram can't get their S together and flip an image in 2023. If you're not watching Whiskey Written on YouTube, then at least give them a shot, because it might be right up your alley. It's where I like to go to party. after my stream is over, I go to Whiskey Written on YouTube, and I don't even have to do any drugs, but I feel like I'm on them. I just watch them and party in my head. Kids are sleeping, wife is half asleep, and I'm watching Jake and Savannah like tripping on love, and their love is groovy, man. But also they might be tripping on other things too. We're not sure. But I do dig it. I do dig myself some Whiskey Written. Dramhound's feeling crazy. That's okay. That's all right. What did Adam do? You use a wrench toolbox? I would have to go back and see. Oh, I see what's happening here. Jesus Louises. Oh boy. Sample C. Let's go to sample C. It's got a very important text message from a good friend of mine. And I have to look at that later because it's got a bunch of, it's like a diagram. It's a Venn diagram of the male reproductive system. Oh man, these, I can't quite place any of these off the bat. Class C. I wonder if C is the red panty night. Possibly. I don't know. I'm having an issue. We've tasted quite a few things tonight, and now that I got to the blind, I am struggle busting hard. I'm guessing C is a pick of mine. That's got to be the. Is that my Starlight pick? That's D. Glass D is not my pick. I'm trying to think. I could be wrong. Or I could just have forgotten. So these flights were provided to me at Pours in the Park. That means that they could not have had anything I did extremely current. Glass D has a young note to it. A young, kind of grassy and farmy note. And I'm trying to think of what I could possibly have done that would have been that. Shoot. Oh, man. Let me taste it again. I got to taste D again because I'm thinking that, because Dan and Sean have, I mean, this could also be a Starlight pick, but I don't think it is. It might be, though. Could it be a Remus pick? No, it doesn't taste like Hawaiian Punch. It doesn't smell like Hawaiian Punch. It is good, but there's a note in there that I don't recall on any of the picks I've done, which is a bit of a younger, possibly weeder, kind of a grassy note. I'm going to say that Glass D isn't my pick. which also kind of throws me for a little bit of a loop because of this. Why would they put glass D as not my pick? You'd think that they try to mix it in the middle or put it at the front. The least or the most obvious place anybody would put not my pick is glass D. That's the most obvious. So it's like, oh, A, B, C, and then D. Oh, D is not it. That's like, you've already tasted them. So when you get to D, you won't know. So D is the most obvious place. And Dan and Julie aren't obvious people. They are a bit of a mystery. In the best of ways. And I'm wondering what that could possibly be if it were one of my picks. Could be a Remus. Could be a Starlight. I think I have in front of me, if I might, have this flight I have tonight. I'm going to venture guesses and I'm going to be wrong. But this is where my head went originally. Shoot, let me taste glass B again. Glass A, I'm thinking is my Barrel Craft Spirits pick, the Secret of the Booze. But glass B might be that as well. Shoot. Glass B might be Secret of the Booze. Is glass A rye then? Okay, this is where I'm at. One of them is Secret of the Booze. If glass D is not my pick, one of them is Secret of the Booze. Glass A or B? I think A. Glass B could be a Knob Creek, but if it's a Knob Creek, it is a very not nutty Knob Creek. It's got some spice to it, though, so I do not believe... Oh, it could be a Backbone. Still too much spice for that as well. I think Secret of the Booze is in there. Possibly a Knob Creek, either Lob Creek or King of Creeks, maybe. That could be B. And then maybe the Starlight. Red Panty Night? Maybe. The only other way I see this going, which is not true because it could go many ways. Glass A and B might both be Barrel Craft Spirits pick. One of them could be Secret of the Booze, which is mine. And the other one might be the Bourbon Junkies Cinnamon Bomb one. Or whatever they have, whichever Barrel Craft Spirits, whatever they named theirs, I think it was a Cinnamon Bomb. That is a way that I could see them to confuse me. Like, hey, can you tell the difference between the Barrel Craft Spirits picks? That could be the case. But I'm going to stick with my instincts and say that I do not believe glass D is a pick of mine. And that is my final answer. Tell me what I've won. Should I use a lifeline? Do I have a lifeline? I don't. That's a bummer. Odyssey Rider says, Red Panty Night just flashed in my head when you sipped C before you said it. Really? That's incredible. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. There's almost 300 people here still, 2 hours deep into this live stream. I freaking love you guys. Ja sells Boston. Giselle's Boston. I can't help but think that you're just selling all the high-end real estate in Boston every time I see your name. But thank you. I have a WISE bathroom scale, WYZE. It's a smart scale. And it told me fun stuff today. Told me good stuff today. Because I haven't stepped on that scale in over a month. I've weighed myself on like other scales that don't track stuff. Like, I know it's not accurate, but watching a trend becomes like an accurate trend, I think. Like body fat, lean body mass, bone, like all that stuff, like body fat percentage. I know it's not accurate, but I think that you can see a trend. And I made some changes recently in my diet, and those reflected on the scale today when I stepped on the smart scale. And I was like, really? I thought that whatever I was doing wasn't working, or the smart scale wasn't exactly going to be smart enough to pick it up. But it told me that I've gained muscle and lost fat, which is phenomenal. Friggin' wise smart scale. Just tell me what I want to hear. That's the way to get me to buy another one. Give me all the wise stuff. WYZE. A new Mustang? I want one so bad. I want one. Kevin Hodgins. Kevin. We should get together soon. Kevin. That's Home Alone. That's too much. Kevin. We should get together and have some porcelain. Kevin is local to me, and I don't see him enough at all. Oh, I am, dude. Expert Boston realtor. That makes so much sense. That your name is not Giselle's. It's Jocel's Boston. I am so smart. It's getting windy outside. That's weird. Like really windy. Interesting. When can we expect your Dickel Tabasco ADHD pick? I just looked at analytics for the channel yesterday, and turns out reviews on YouTube do not do well as far as views and revenue is concerned. But I'm pretty sure, unless I missed one, because like when you sort by like highest earning videos, it's mostly live streams because of super chats, obviously. But when you get down the list, you start to see like videos and stuff. I'm thinking that the best review video I've ever done, not saying like top 5 this or best that or like, you know, videos like that, but the best review video I've ever done for a specific product, the revenue wise, was the George Dickel Tabasco pick. Oh, who can guess that? That's a fun game. The highest earning revenue wise video for a review, not for like top 10 bourbons under $50 videos, but like for a review over 700 days ago. I think my top earning review video is George Dickel Tabasco. I want to see who gets the closest to what that revenue number is. How much money did that video earn me over 700 days? The best review video. That's a fun game. What will the winner win? Respect on your name. Shayla says, when you said Y scale, it's WYZE, Shayla. Sorry. I was like smart enough to tell me I've lost weight so I don't throw it against the wall, right? It's like, oh, look who's feeling lighter today. And I can see the reflection of your underballs because I'm made out of glass. And you're like, what? What do I look like from that angle? Gosh, wouldn't that be terrible if your bathroom scale had a camera in it and just uploaded whenever it felt like it? Oh, be rude. Soggy Steve. Good night, Soggy Steve. I see it. Soggy Steve says, like the stream. That's right. Thank you, Soggy Steve. See you later. Have a great night. Richie Z. Cheers, Matt. Thank you, Richie. Friggin' gangster. Richie Z is so old school. Cheech says $17.63. Way more than that. Way more than $17.63. That would be bad. Cheers, man. Looking good, and scale agrees. Thank you, Jared V. Dramhound is about 10 times too high, but thanks for playing. Oh, thank you. Friggin', I wish Ja could sell me. Hey, you sell real estate, but how could you do for just selling me? Oh, WJK is very close. Very close. $69.69. Nope. $56. No. Babe says, you streaming long? Little bit longer. 128.42. Oh, let's find out which 8,008. That's way too much. 343 is about as close as you're going to get. I think it was like Jimmy Copeland, 320. Yeah, it was like right around 310. $310 is like my most profitable YouTube video over 2 years. And it's weird because it's not just based on views. It's like, it's strange. Like some videos get way less views but earned more money. And some video, I think it's based on, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. It's a weird science. Weird science. Pick the pick, Porter didn't pick. Oh boy. See how poorly I did here. AF Blue, I missed what food you had ordered. Oh, I just told the wife whatever she said. She said I was hoping it was going to be something better. She's like, I'm getting Taco Bell. And I was like, well, hit me with a couple steak chalupas because those sound good. All right, let's do it. I think I said, okay, D is not my pick. If D is my pick, I will be interested in knowing what pick my D pick. That's which one it is. Here we go. Mike Lalfield says, most of my stuff flies right over. Did I miss a bunch of your chats? I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Wow, is it getting windy out there? It's like really blustery. Really blustery. All right. Wow, so sample A is mine. And that is interesting. Actually, kind of interesting, but kind of not. So sample A is NASA Family Reserve ADHD pick, 107 proof. That makes sense because there is rye whiskey in that blend. It's light whiskey, bourbon whiskey, and rye whiskey. It's a blend of all three. Wow, that's incredible. I like that a lot. I mean, not incredible. I'm not going to toot my horn that hard. I can see that now. Glass B is Barrel King Knighted ADHD pick, 126 proof, which I liked a lot. Had that spice to it. Had that barrel spice to it. I like that a lot. So that's why I was happy with both of those. So either I'm right or I'm wrong. Glass C is shit. I was wrong. Old Forester's Barrel Strength Railbird pick. Wow. I was way off on the old Starlight. So what in the heck is Glass D? I was wrong. Glass D, though, is Nulu Experimental Finish Series ADHD, 123 proof. So that is, so Glass D is, must be the New Year, New Losers. They're not the New Year, New Losers. The one that Julie didn't like. The secondary barreled, yet also apple brandy finished. Really? Ah, that's what the note is. That's so funny. So it's not a grassy note, it's a brandy note. That's weird. So it's not a youngness, it's just a brandy, the apple brandy. When you know what it is, it tastes totally different than if you don't know what it is. When you know what it is, it's like, oh, I appreciate the brandy influence. When you don't know what it is, it just tastes weird and young. That's wild. So, like, I guess that kind of shows that sometimes blind tasting, although is king, may or may not be king at that very moment. Because sometimes you need to experience something for what it is and not just for what it is. That's wild. That's strange. I thought for sure when I got to B and I saw B was my pick, that I was going to be correct. I thought I was going to get lucky, but I was wrong. I was wrong. I did like A and B more than C, though, which is interesting. That Barrel King Knighted stuff, the Whiskey King, friggin' so darn good. Julie says, I'm slowly sending it back to you. That is super sweet of you. That is super sweet, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you. I will keep that in mind when I taste through your other blind flights. That's hilarious. Hammond Berry, Jackson. Yeah, that is hardcore. I think that's hardcore, Gary. Hardcore. No, yeah, it was not friggin' apples. It was hardcore. Man, when it's funny though, when you don't know what it is, blind. I got a young note, but after knowing what it is, I'm like, oh, it's brandy. Brandy. I just met a girl named Brandy. I don't know, Brandy. Just a song. AF Blue 82 with a super solid super chat, which wasn't even a super chat, but it was a super chat. ADHD picks the best whiskey. There's no one that picks a better whiskey. ADHD picks the best whiskey. There's no one that picks a better whiskey than it. That doesn't even feel good. I tasted it and I said, wow, is that good? So not. I haven't worked on it. I have not worked on the impersonation. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Julie. Yikes. Yowzers. Chris Jenkins, push the like button. Thank you, Chris. Keith Link, speaking of picks, I need to pick out my next drink. I'm the best winner, the only winner. The rest are losers. No one wins like I. That's even worse than before. Well, yeah, I mean, Cookie Cats, I was on vacation for like a month. So it was a lot more, I would say yes. And also like a really lots of reallys up to my protein intake. Probably the best Trump impression I've heard in the last 30 minutes. Thanks, Keith. We can tell. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, guys. So I've increased my protein to about a gram of protein per pound of body weight over the last month or so. I've really just ramped up the protein, and yeah, a little less cardio, little more lifting, but at the same time, still trying to get on the treadmill to get my heart rate up every day for sure. Thanks, Joss Out Boston. Great show with good show with Bruzzle this week. It was a fun show for sure. It was a fun show. We talked a lot. We chatted. We stood in my driveway and talked. There's no protein in bourbon. No, that's not true. There's not. Thanks, Saucy Shane. Yeah, we're going to call it a night here. If you are a patron, I'm going to jump on a live stream with Patreon for just a few minutes just to say hello and that I love them. And I think that I'm going to do a quick giveaway for Patreon as well on a Patreon only live stream following this in just a moment. But before that, we should have one final pour to say goodnight. And what is it going to be? What is it going to be? I should have had this planned out. Oh, there goes Evan Williams, 1783. How about the Junkies? This is the Essence Rye single barrel. Look at that. Look how good that looks like a shoot. Come on. I need to get better lighting for in front of my camera because this is piss poor. But look at that. It's like an angry bull. It's an angry bull. Arr. Essence Rye single barrel. America. One last little sip. Call it a night. Don't fall. If you fall, you're in trouble. Sometimes you have to talk to your whiskey to make sure it knows who's boss. Giving it a spin J, a little SJ, a little swirl job. I got the glass really wet. Color is beautiful. Look at the color on that. Essence. Now that is a rye. All right. I love you all so much. There's over 300 of you in chat this evening. Feels very good. Every week to see everyone here makes me feel so damn good. Oh, my mom says, hey, ADHD Whiskey, what did she write? So my wife pulls out stuff from the kids' backpacks when they get home from school. And we're trying to be more organized than we were last year, because last year was a mess. Like, did we get homework done? Did you have homework kind of thing? Like, we're trying extra hard this year to be good parents. So backpacks come home and papers come out. And Carissa just starts laughing. And I see her from across the room. I was like, what? She's like, come here. So she shows me this paper from my oldest, who is 7, second grader. And it's like a little bit about yourself, like name and like what you like to do. What's your favorite subject? And it's like, I think it said something like, tell me something that you enjoy. And she wrote, I love cunting to 200. I mean, it's not that funny because she just forgot a letter. But I'm wondering if the teacher giggled. I hope the teacher giggled too, because it's a giggler, you know? Like, you don't make me cunt to 3, you know? Boy, I don't know. That's why I couldn't say it in the very beginning of the stream, but that's what it was. She forgot the O. All right, little last sip. Cheers, everybody. I will see you next Friday. We'll let you know ASAP when the new Matt versus Matt Madness Champions is going to happen, like when that stream is going to be officially in place, but no date set yet. Keith can't do that. He can't do it at all. That's a bummer. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on just looking at cars on the internet, like abusing websites. They're like, this car has been viewed 193 times in the last 30 days. And they all came from your IP address. And they're like, yeah, it's a nice car. By the way, Dan and Julia, you're not watching still, but if you are, shoot me a text message with the name of that dealership that is Dan's, so I can scroll through their inventory and then buy a plane ticket to Florida, because I'm driving that bitch home. If there is a bitch there that can be purchased by me, who is a bigger bitch than that. Whatever. I love everybody. See you next week. Y'all the best. Matt looking at car bras. No. BF Egypt. Go ahead and watch the replay. We're going to be there. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Cheech. See you next week. Patrons, I'll be live in just 1 minute to tell you I love you. So watch for a link on Patreon.